Well, you've had a lovely time with your self-managed super fund, but it's time to get rid of it. Maybe your wife's dead and she was the one doing all the hard work looking after it, because there's a lot of work looking after self-managed super funds. Maybe you're dead. Maybe you've reached retirement age. You don't want to be worrying about self-managed super funds. For whatever reason, this is how you get rid of it. This is how you wind it up. With all our legal consolidated documents, you get start for free building, and this will take you through how to, and all the hints on what you need to do. Free download. You can have a look at the document you're about to build. There's a checklist, training video, which you're watching at the moment, and 9 reasons to wind up a self-managed super fund. Talk to your accountant and financial advisor as to why you want to do this. Maybe the self-managed super fund's no longer good for you, but there's some reasons for you and some alternatives for you as well. Speak to your financial advisor and accountant. One of the issues we find as tax lawyers, tax and superannuation lawyers, is you're forever updating the self-managed super fund deed. Every time Labor gets in, they change the rules. Liberals get in, they change the rules again, and you need to keep updating the trust deed. They're a bit like your motor vehicle. They need continual servicing. So how are we going to terminate? Well, we're going to start building the document, and that will educate us. One of the other alternatives is to roll over your super. We're not involved in that. Your accountant will do that, and you can roll it into, say, a retail fund. Even though you have got rid of your self-managed super fund after this, you still need to keep your records for at least 7 years, and there's the process. So let us begin the education on winding up a self-managed super fund. You can wind up family trusts also on our website, and also unit trusts. Now, we can pick up data from an old file, but we're going to actually start the document from scratch. And there it is. On the right-hand side, you'll see lots and lots of hints. Like, what's the name of my self-managed super fund? Well, it tells you where to find that. So we have a look, and it's called the David Muriel Fund. That's the name of the fund. There's no magic to it, whatever the name of the fund was. If you can't find the name of the fund, telephone the law firm and we'll give you a hand. But start building the document first. Do not ring Legal Consolidated until you've started the education process. Do your homework before you speak and ring up my lawyers at Legal Consolidated. So there's the fund, that's its address, and I am going to put the date. So the date of the self-managed super fund. Now, if you can't find the date or your document's undated, there's a hint on that. So have a look at the hint. I can't find the date of the self-managed super fund. There's another training video on it. So have a look. Educate yourself, empower yourself on how this document works. I've now got a tick, self-managed super fund details. I've got a tick, which means that Legal Consolidated is happy with that document, with that as part of the questions. The members, you can have between 1 to 6 members. Well, let's just have 1 member. And we could add another member there. Do we want, what if it's a single member fund? There's a hint on that. We have a company as trustee. Well, not after that, we're after the members. So there's a hint on that. We'll get the trustee in a minute. So again, I've got the green tick. I'm now going to press next. And the trustee. Now in this instance, it's a single member fund. It has to have a company as trustee. And I'll put in the company details. All companies have an Australian company number, which is 9 digits. and I've got another green tick. So I've got 3 green ticks. I'm doing very well. I'm very happy with that. I will call this Muriel, and I will now press next. Now, 2 things happened just then. Did you see it? Firstly, we have now all the information. We have all the information on the summary page, and we can check and go through it all. Also, the lock and build buttons appeared. The lock and build buttons appeared because I've got green ticks next to each question. That means the legal consolidator are satisfied that you've complied with the logic. And I have a look through. David's misspelt. So I'm going to go back to David, and I'm going to put a correct spelling is E. Done. Just check member again. That looks great. So I'm now ready to have another look at the summary. Yes, all looks correct. And now I'm going to press lock and build. I'm going to type in my credit card details. And success, I have built the document to vest, to get rid of my self-managed super fund. Now it'll be emailed to me at the address I've got under my profile, but I can't wait, and I can see I can access the document immediately here. Only takes about 20 seconds to build, and I now have the vesting deed. So let's have a look at this. Vesting deed. There it is. Now the first thing you'll note, it's on the law firm's letterhead. Legal Consolidated is the author of this document. Covering letter sets out what you need to do. There's advice to the accountant on how to do the final tax return. We're not accountants, we're tax lawyers, superannuation lawyers, but there's some advice for the accountant, which the accountant can accept or reject as they see fit. There's the checklist for you and your accountant to follow. There's the minutes. And there's the deed. You need a deed. The self-managed super fund started with a deed, and it has to end with a deed and be varied with a deed. And there's all the rules and regulations set out. So you have now built yourself a self-managed super fund vesting deed. It will get rid of your old self-managed super fund, provided all the assets have been removed from the self-managed super fund. Now, Legal Consolidated does not get involved in that. Your accountant will help you either roll over or pay out or in some way get rid of all the assets out of your self-managed super fund in accordance with the SIS regulations and according to the rules. If you need a hand building the vesting deed, please telephone the law firm, but start the building process first. Start the free building process first and empower and educate yourself. I did mention to one of my students that it's quite an exciting process, but they said it wasn't, but it is educational. So enjoy the free resources of Legal Consolidated.